going on, everybody? Harry here, very excited. This is WWE's first ever day one pay-per-view. It's on a Saturday, it's on New Year's Day. First time they've ever done it. Very excited for it. There's a pretty good match card on it. This is the day one spoiler show. Very excited for this. Can't wait to watch it. Day one, New Year's Day, Saturday, watch it. Pay-per-view, Saturday. First off, on your, I believe it's going to be like a preliminary match. Charlotte Flair against Toni Storm. Long story short, they have Charlotte Flair going over. Next one, you have the Raw Tag Team Champions, RK Bro versus the Street Profits. This should be a really fun match. They have real good chemistry together. Spoilers have RK Bro going over, as they should. It's not time to break them up yet, but I believe you will see them break up sooner rather than later to build a good segment for them. Next, you have Drew McIntyre versus Madcap Moss. I mean, it's probably negative 2,000 where McIntyre's favorite. He's your favorite to win. Madcap Moss, this is just a filler match in this card right here. Next, you have Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan. I understand a lot of people want Liv Morgan to win the title. That won't happen to like a WrestleMania type of show, even SummerSlam type. It's not time yet. If you want Liv Morgan to win, you'll be very disappointed. Becky Lynch will retain. She's going to continue her reign as a Raw Women's Champion. Next, you have Edge versus The Miz. So they actually have The Miz going over, but it's going to end in a disqualification. So, personally, I think you should just give the match to Edge. Miz can take the loss. Edge, do you want to keep building him up a little bit, especially if you want him to get in the title picture once again. If they don't, then they can just keep doing this fuckery, I guess. But they have The Miz going over through shenanigans, through fuckery, if you want to call that. So DQ. Next one, you have the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos versus the New Day. And what they have, just briefly, it's going to be a real fun match. These guys always have fun matches together. They talk about chemistry like the others. These guys have immense chemistry. It should be real fun. It should be high impact. It should be probably one of the matches that steals the show, to be honest. But they have the Usos retaining the belt. They're going to go over. It's not going to hurt their New Day. They're going to have these matches for years on end. They're two very good tag teams. So that's what's going to happen. Next, you have the Fatal 4-Way for the WWE Championship. Your champion Big E versus Seth Rollins versus Kevin Owens. And inserted not too long ago was Bobby Lashley, who's your dark horse in this. So the spoilers have Big E retaining. I want to say this right now. I think they're going to swerve it and have Bobby Lashley win the match. I would love that. I'm a huge Bobby Lashley fan. Nothing against Big E. I just think Bobby Lashley makes the title more relevant. Again, nothing against Big E. I took a picture with the guy. I love Big E. But I'm a huge Bobby Lashley fan. I think a lot of people can agree. He makes the title super relevant. He carries himself like a champion. He looks like a champion. He has that aura of a champion. And they also have the Hurt Business back too. So maybe there will be shenanigans. Maybe the New Day might come out, but they might come out too. I think if there's going to be a title change on this card, I believe it'll be the WWE Championship. Bobby Lashley will be champion again heading into WrestleMania. And this is where it gets to the main event, which will be Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. Now, this is a match that's been very, very much protected because of the whole COVID stuff going on right now. They're protecting Reigns. They pulled him from the show. I believe Meltzer said they need those three for sure for the pay-per-view. They need Brock, they need Heyman, they need Roman Reigns. So they pulled those guys, and they're making sure that they're healthy at least for this pay-per-view match, because for the title match, because it's very important for the build to WrestleMania. So what the spoilers flat out say that Roman is retaining. Now, it's not a heavy favorite because there's some chatter about Brock going over. Now, the only reason I could see Brock go over is if Roman is going to take a break. What I mean by that is they're not doing testing no more with WWE for the COVID protocol testing, even though they called some people back. They announced yesterday, I believe, that they're not doing testing no more. So Roman, who has dealt with leukemia and a couple other health issues going on, wants to protect his family himself. The only reason I can see him dropping the belt is if he's going to take a break because of what's going on right now. If that's not happening, which I don't think is happening, I believe Roman will retain through fuckery. What I mean by that is he fired Heyman, he attacked Heyman, Brock saved him. So I think you're going to see Brock come out with Paul Heyman. So he'll be in his corner, and you're going to think, oh, he's with Brock now. At the very end, when you think Brock's going to win the belt, I think you're going to see Heyman betray Lesnar, and Roman retains. He helps Roman retain. That'd be great. Roman, I don't think he's ready to drop the belt yet. Your tribal chief is the best thing going on in wrestling. Keep the belt, keep the strap on your tribal chief Roman Reigns, and then you can have that rematch for WrestleMania. I guess give it to Brock then. But what I truly think is going to happen, it's also a rumor, they're building McIntyre up. They might have McIntyre against Roman at WrestleMania. And where does that leave Brock? You have this dream match that's been going on for years, people wanting it, they want it themselves, Bobby wants it himself. Build up Bobby versus Brock Lesnar for the WWE title. Now, what I mean by that is Brock ends up winning the Royal Rumble, and instead of going against Reigns, he does a swerve, goes against Bobby Lashley. So you have Bobby versus Brock, which is a humongous match. Roman versus Drew McIntyre, which would be great too. Babyface versus heel. I think that would be fantastic to do that. Now, if they don't roll with that, I'm sure they'll do the rematch of Brock versus Roman, which I think is in the works right now for WrestleMania. But right now, Roman will go over. He will still beat Brock Lesnar, even if there's shenanigans fuckery going on. Your tribal chief will retain against Brock Lesnar. Place your bets. This is the hair. That's a spoiler show.